Looking ahead, no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. If I fall, if I...
Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm gonna do a Q&A, so let's do this. Oh, okay. Okay, so for the first question, does your life have meaning? I think that you have to find what makes your life have meaning to yourself, but in general, life probably does have meaning. I just don't know what it is. Yeah. So what impression do you think you give when you first meet someone? I have heard from a lot of my friends that when they first saw me before we became friends, that they thought that I would be very, very mean. But to be honest, I just kind of have this face when I'm focusing too hard in class, and I look mad. So yeah, I need to learn how to change that, to be honest. The next one is 5 things that irritate you about the opposite sex. So that'd be males. Um, I wouldn't say I have 5, but I just think that the population of men, maybe not all, maybe not men, boys, actually both, need to just learn how to appreciate women and also clean up after themselves and act like, this is for the young boys who are teenagers, learn to act like grown people, okay? Clean up after yourselves and just, yeah. Something you regret. I would say I regret, regret. I would say that I regret maybe not doing more. And from that, I mean, like, I have been invited to Halloween parties and like regular parties so far these past 2 years of high school, and I instead look like what I look like right now, reading a book and watching TV. So I would say I regret not going to those and kind of doing more. Um, yeah. 3 words that best describe you. I'd probably say I'm not laid back. Maybe I am. I don't know. I probably would have to. Here, we're gonna insert messages that when I asked my friends because I have no idea what to say for that. So, this is my friends' answers. Maybe I'll just ask them this in the video, and if I don't, then there's the photos. What feature do you find of yourself most attractive? I like my eyes. I feel like I have really cute eyes. That's kind of like a weird thing, but I like my own eyeballs. Um, Next is, what advice do you think that your 40 or 45-year-old self would tell you right now? Maybe not to be so uptight and worried about my future, because right now I should be having fun. Now, don't get fun confused with like doing things correctly and living your life, because I still think that there needs to be room for school and responsibility. So, yeah. The next one is, what is your definition of cheating? We're just not gonna answer this. When was the last time you felt loved? Today, by my parents. Greatest accomplishment. My greatest accomplishment, once again, I literally am at home all of the time. I don't know. Is it weird to say like when I've won like prizes for my art? Like, I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. I haven't really like done too much, or like being valedictorian in 8th grade and having like reading the speech to my whole graduating class. That was fun. Um, I'm most afraid of water, dying, being alone, and bugs. Not all bugs, but some bugs. Hardest decision you had to make. I would probably say times that I was like torn between things. And I can't be specific because I'm not really sure, but probably sometime that I had to make a hard decision that I didn't know what to choose. Um, how do you handle frustration? Crying. That's not even a joke. When I get mad, I get sad. I've been working on it, but when I get upset, like angry, I start to cry because I don't know how to express myself all of the time. So usually I just cry. And how do you deal with disappointment? I deal with disappointment by bottling it up, which is technically not the healthiest, but therapy is a really great option, and that helps. But I would just say talk to someone that you can trust, and because I've definitely been disappointed a few times by certain people, and you just have to learn to roll with the punches, take a deep breath, and walk away from the whole situation, unless the situation is unwalk-awayable, and then get someone else involved, and that should probably help as well. What triggers you to cry? I cry when I read a sad book. I cry when I watch a sad video, movie, music, animals, basically everything. I'm the biggest crybaby ever. We could be talking about like when I was younger and I just start bawling my eyeballs out. So yeah. Name a time you felt like you weren't good enough. As a teenager, I think that this is such an important thing for young boys and girls to talk about because I don't think that it's talked about enough that boys are insecure as well. But for me, definitely, I'd probably say social media is a really big part of not feeling like you are enough. And it's honestly just really crazy that it has such an impact on how we think of ourselves in our brains and how we see ourselves. And it's even funnier because actually recently I watched a video, like psychologically, and how we look in mirrors is not how people see us. So when we're looking at ourselves and deceiving ourselves and taking away points and credit for how we look, that's not how we look. So I think that we should just all try to be very confident with ourselves, and I think that it all starts in your heart and in your mind. And of course, that sounds kind of crazy to say because even I know that there's days where I don't feel like I want to go out or do anything or even take photos or text my friends or anything like that because I don't feel like I'm good enough or look good enough. But you just have to talk to someone or give yourself like a day to take care of yourself, self-care, and then the next day you get back up. And if you don't feel like you're good, okay, that's fine. But you still have things to do, so just do what you can. Who do you rely on for support? Definitely my mom, and kind of just family in general, my friends, but definitely my mom. She's a really great person to talk to. I love her so much, and she's really like good with communication and helping you solve your problems and stuff like that. So I like talking to her. The next one is, what kind of parent do you think you'll be? I have babysat children a few times. I have a lot of family, younger siblings, younger cousins, lots of little kids in my family, and which was kind of always the problem for me because I was always older, so I was either too young to hang out with the adults and the older kids, or too old to hang out with the little kids. But now I just don't really care. I talk to the adults, but I still hang out with my cousins. So, yeah, I think that I'll probably be a very oriented parent, like very into whatever my kids are into. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really thinking about kids right now, so there's not much to that. I think kids are cute, but also very misbehaved sometimes, but that all starts from where the home is. So, do you stay friends with your exes? Now, I saw this one when I found the list, so I think that's just really funny if I answer this. I think that if you guys ended on good terms And like, let's say for example, you were in the same friend group and like you guys were fine with not being together anymore, still be friends if possible. Like, just be friends. Now, I am not, because for some reason those relationships just did not work out for me. And I would say that I do miss some of the people that both of us were friends with, but that's pretty much it. And that is something that I'm gonna have to live with. Is it possible to live a life without lies? Yes. I would say like hard lies, like lies that could get you in trouble. White lies, like, yeah, your outfit looks great. You're fine. Whatever. Who really cares? You want to lie? Lie. You do. That's all of your business. Is suffering a normal part of life? Honestly, this was also recently talked about with me. I was going through not a lot, but enough, and I kind of just got to the point where I was just like, why me? Like, it's not fair. But I had to talk to a lot of people and realize that it's just a part of life, and everyone is sad no matter who you are, how much money you have. Like, everyone gets sad and everyone suffers. So it's just a part of life. So yes. Biggest obstacle I've had to overcome. See, this is like, these questions have to be thought about because I really can't tell you off the top of my head, but there's definitely a few. Do you have a fear of commitment? No. I think it's just about finding the right person, and I can say that I have not. Don't worry, I have lots of time to find the right person though. And lastly, what do parents do that ruin their children at an early age? I guess not being there for them is probably something I would say. Yeah. And then another one at the top, I don't know if I said this or not. If I did, I'll just cut it out. But do you believe in true love? And the answer is yes. I do believe in true love. I believe that everyone has a person out there who is specifically made for them. There's a person out there who is the Tate to your Totter. They are your person. They are meant for you. You just do not know them yet. And thank you everybody for watching this Q&A, questions and answers. And if you have more questions, I have more answers. So I will see you guys. Basically, actually, I'm editing this right after I'm done filming it and posting it. So I will just see you guys probably next week. So bye. Okay.
You know that I see